To mail it in, the CSU did not disappoint. They fought for each other. Here's what Coach Norvell had to say on the Rams fighting for each other.
No question. I think they're playing for each other. I think they genuinely care for each other. And I think you can see that when they play. I think it's fairly obvious that they care about each other and play so hard for one another. And that's all we've been trying to generate is that closeness and that feeling of one. And we found it tonight, and we got to keep pushing it.
The win pushes CSU to 2-4 overall and 1-1 in Mountain West Conference play, providing a major boost.
Colorado State Soccer was home to their Mountain West campaign for a pair of matches versus Colorado College and Air Force. In their first match against the 3-4-5 Tigers, it was Casey Laurie with her first goal of the season in the first minute to propel the Rams up to 1-0 lead. The Rams weren't done there, as it was junior Michaela McCohen with a 53rd minute goal assisted by Mia Casey to push the lead to 2-0. Even with a late goal in the 68th minute from the Tigers, the Rams held strong to pick up the in-conference win with a final score of 2-1. After a Thursday night win, the Rams looked for another big-time win in their in-state rivalry matchup against the 4-6-2 Air Force Falcons. Going into their match, the Rams had a little added pressure to play for, senior night. The Rams came out hot, and just like the previous game, it was Michaela McCohen with an early third-minute goal to position the Rams up 1-0. McCowan's goal added to her season total of 4, but even with a quick start, it was the Falcons responding with a goal of their own in the 19th minute to even it up 1-1. After a back-and-forth game with both teams unable to get anything past the opposing keeper, the game concluded with a 1-1 draw. While it wasn't the outcome they had hoped, there was still plenty to celebrate. Post-game, the Rams acknowledged and celebrated 5 seniors for their dedication and hard work through their time at CSU. Middle fielder Mia Massey, defensive Jessica Shivers, defenseman and middle fielder Casey Laurie, defenseman Kate Dunn, and forward Olivia Fout. With the Mountain West tournament inching closer, the Rams continue to make their late season push to secure their spot in the 6-team tournament. As it stands, the Rams are 5th in the Mountain West rankings at an in-conference record of 2-1-2 and an overall record of 8-2-3. Looking ahead to this week, the Rams are set to take a little California road trip where the Rams will open up their match week against the 4-5-5 Fresno State Bulldogs this Thursday, October 16th at 8 p.m. And to wrap up their quick 2-game road stint, they'll travel to the coast to face the 1-10-3 San Jose Spartans on Sunday, October 19th at 1 p.m. With tourney time rolling around the corner, the Rams seek to continue their big push for seeding in their last Mountain West Conference tournament.
State women's tennis wrapped up its run at the ITA Mountain Regionals on Saturday, closing out the third and final day of competition with a mix of main draw and consolation matches at BYU. Junior Sora Caves led the final day with the matches both singles and doubles main draw. She faced a tough opponent, number 5 seed Kendall Kovac of BYU in the singles round, falling 6-1, 6-2 earlier in the day. Caves and partner Luana Arballer competed in the double quarterfinals where they dropped 8-3. An 8-3 decision to the number 2 seed duo of Kovac and Grace Livingston, also of BYU. While the main draw runs ended, there were the Rams at the most time of their consolation play, picking up a few wins heading into the final stretch of their fall schedule. Freshman Diana Lorazzo shined in singles, picking up a hard-fought 3-set victory over Shinya Exu of Idaho 6-4, 5-7, 11-9. Lorazzo carried that momentum in doubles, playing alongside NX Palansek, where the duo notched an 8-4 win over Weber State, giving the Rams a strong finish to the day. The weekend provided valuable court time and experience for the Rams, with it competing against several of the top programs and players in the region. Colorado State will now focus to the final event of the fall season, the San Diego State Classic, scheduled for November 7th to 9th.
Colorado State Volleyball had quite the week of their own as they faced 2 big-time opponents in Boise State and Utah State. In their first match, it was all gas, no brakes. The Rams took set 1 after big-time contributions from star middle blocker Keikua Richards, who had 5 early kills, and freshman Carson Fetzer, who had an array of timely digs. The tandem helped push the Rams over the top in the first set, winning 25-22. After set 1, the team took the momentum and ran with it. From there, it was all CSU. Whether it was freshman Hallie Jamison, sophomore Maria Brune, or junior Eve Wilson, it was a full team effort. The Rams quickly took set 2, winning 25-19, positioning themselves up 2-0 going into set 3. After a back-and-forth set 3, the Rams found themselves down 21-19. Even with being down, the Rams didn't let that stop them. CSU battled back to force it to extra points, and after a timely Eve Wilson kill, the Rams regained the lead to make it 25-24 and in position to sweep the Broncos. Let's just say the Rams shut the door on Boise State, as after Delaney McIntosh served, the Broncos were unable to return an attack, which ultimately pushed the Rams over the top, winning the third set 26-24 and the overall match 3-0. Let's just say soccer wasn't the only Rams athletics team that had a special event planned for the weekend. This last Sunday, the team had their annual pink out game. Even with carrying out the momentum of Thursday night sweep, the Rams still had their toughest in-conference matchup yet as they faced the red-hot Utah State Aggies. Even with the Aggies just being 8-7, the Rams had their work cut out. Before this time matchup, the Aggies were well positioned as they held an unblemished in-conference record of 5-0 and a 6-game winning streak. Unfortunately for the Rams, the Aggies continued their hot streak, and in the first set, the Rams had no answer for the Aggie attack as Utah State ended the first set with a whopping .731 hitting percentage. The Rams simply had no answer in the first set. The Aggies played a near-perfect first set as they pummeled the Rams 25-12, and while the second set was a little closer, it still wasn't enough as the Aggies continued their momentum, winning the second set 25-22. Going into the third set, the Rams had their work cut out, but it was the Aggies who kept their foot on the gas pedal, winning the third set and final set 25-9. An unfortunate outcome to say the least for the Rams. However, the Rams now shift their focus to this week's road trip. This Thursday, the Rams will start their week traveling south to face in-state rival in the 11-7 Air Force Falcons. Going into their match, both teams sit within the top 6 in the Mountain West standings, with CSU being 4th and Air Force sitting 6th. Moving to Saturday, the Rams will have a quick turnaround as they'll take a quick trip over to Reno to face the 5-11 Nevada Wolfpack in CSU's second game of their 2-game road trip. 2 big-time games for the Rams as they look to get consistency back after a weekend of polar opposites.
The hockey team is off to a strong start this season, posting a 5-3 record through their first 8 games. The Rams are now going off a dominant 7-2 victory over Northern Colorado this past Saturday. Showcasing their offensive firepower and depth, leading the charge offensively has been Christian Collins, who has tallied 8 points in as many games, netting 4 goals and 4 assists. Alongside him, Ty Doan has been a key playmaker, contributing 4 assists through 8 games and providing steady two-way play. Between the pipes, Ethan Blackburn has been a rock for CSU with a 2-2 record and a stingy 2.27 goals against average. Blackburn has given the CSU consistency in the net and a chance to win every night. His ability to stay composed under pressure has been crucial in the tight games, and he continues to be a difference maker as CSU pushes through an early season schedule. Looking ahead, the Rams are preparing for a huge in-state matchup against CU Boulder, also one of the most intense anticipated series of the season. Intensity will be high, and CSU will need to stay disciplined to come out on top. Following that, the Rams face a big test with a doubleheader this weekend against a strong Oklahoma squad. With momentum building and key plays stepping up, CSU will look to keep the winning ways coming, and they prove they're a serious contender in this season in the ACHA.
Colorado State cross country was busy this last Friday as they traveled south to Colorado Springs for the UCCS Cross Country Open. In a meet where CSU saw a wide range of different Colorado competition, the Rams showed overall dominance, highlighted by the women's team leading the way. The women's team was dashing to say the least as they had 5 runners in the top 6 and the lowest finisher being 17th out of 56 runners. It all started with junior Kenya Dene winning the race with a time of 21:43.4 and sophomore Marie Connold falling with a second place finish of a final time of 21:54.9. Brooklyn Edward, Caroline Melhorn, and Tabitha Woodhouse rounded out the top 6 for the Rams, continuing to show absolute dominance for the women's team. On the other side for the Rams, the men's teams continued to show promise as they ran strong times in a difficult course, from freshman Davis Riedman, who placed 7th with a time of 25:55.5, to freshman Brett Epperhin, who placed 16th with a time of 26:30.7 in his 8K. It was an impressive and dominant showing for the Rams, but now they shift their focus to this week's meet, where they'll travel to Columbia, Missouri to compete in the pre-national invite on October 18th. That'll about do it for the cross country, but don't go anywhere, Ram fans, because after the break, our very own Gideon Aigner will have his week's story on CSU's men's rugby.
I'm Bella.
And I'm Eric.
We are the hosts of NoCo Now, an entertainment show from CTV about cooking, community, and outdoor recreation.
Most recently, I went to an apple orchard.
And I went to a giant pumpkin weigh-off.
You can find us at channel CTV 11 or on our YouTube channel at CTV 11. We air on Wednesdays at 7.
Have a good day, and we'll see you there.
See you there.
Welcome back from the break, Ram fans. And while the US of A is the originator of many of the world's most popular sports, a lot have come from across the pond. And here at CSU, one of those sports is taking campus by storm. Now, I'm here today covering one of CSU's most successful athletic programs in recent years, and it's one that hasn't gotten very much attention, even though they made the national playoffs last year. The rugby team.
Rugby came from England in 1823, but here in Fort Collins, the club was able to make the Division 1A playoffs in 2024.
We flew out to Cal, and we knew what we were kind of in for, playing a big caliber opponent. But we went there with our heads clear, and we went there to compete.
Despite losing, the Rams used that match as a learning experience.
As long as we compete and we give it our all, we learn from our mistakes and we keep pushing forward.
As a club sport, it can be difficult to gain exposure, so games against teams like Cal or Brigham Young are crucial to building the brand.
These big games, especially this particular one, are important. Spreads the brand and the team image. We got a lot of fans out here today, so just trying to get a lot of people to come recognize us.
The more times we go to playoffs, the more publicity we get, the better recruits we get, the farther we can get.
And rugby can admittedly be a hard sell for some people.
You're going head first, flying in, getting hit by 400-pound, 300-pound giants. You're playing as hard as you can. You're sweating, you're bleeding, you're breaking your nose. We got guys losing teeth, severe injuries.
But the camaraderie makes every moment worth it.
Everyone's got each other's back. Even when we fight, we're back up the next day. It's a brotherhood.
It's a good blend of seniority and knowledge and youth and vigor.
And this team is focused on building towards the future while maintaining their success.
I've done the math. We got to win out. Got to win every game. I think it's 100% possible. We'll go back to playoffs in the spring.
If we're the underdog, we're going to keep balling. We're going to keep showing up. We're going to keep hitting people in the mouth. We're going to keep going. Let's go Rams.
And whether they win the Natty or are a first round out, the Rams are going to do it together.
Rams on me, Rams on 3. 1, 2, 3, Rams!
Come on. The Rams will be playing next at the University of Wyoming in Laramie on Saturday, October 18th. Up next, Hunter, John, and I will be predicting some of the most prominent college football games coming up this weekend.
Welcome back to the show, Rams. This is the best game show in all of CSU, Ramboozled. Now let's get things going and go and meet our amazing contestants. Woo! Now isn't that an amazing batch of contestants we have today? And getting right into the questions because we don't waste no time here. Starting off, a blank question. Fill in the blank. Colorado is the blank state.
Oh, she's on it. Okay. Colorful.
Brilliant! And moving on to the final question of the game. What show is on the 24th of September?
Ramboozled.
Yes! And we will see you then. Welcome back from the break, Rams. You already know what time it is. It's time for Pick Ems. First game on the docket, we've got Rams versus Hawaii. What y'all got?
Yeah, I mean, I would have picked Hawaii until I saw this game on Friday night where the Rams dominated Fresno State. For some reason, they beat the best team in the Mountain West Conference. They seem to have clicking again. Defense is playing better. 4 turnovers forced. Offense is on fire. So I'm going to take the Rams over Hawaii on Parents Weekend.
Now, personally, I'm going to be going with the Rainbow Warriors here. For me, I honestly just trust the quarterback play for the University of Hawaii a lot more. I really, Micah Elahada, is a lot more stable of a quarterback than either Brousseau or Curry. And, I mean, given that BFN didn't play at all last weekend, I bring it down to battle of the QBs.
Even though I'm a little more cautiously optimistic for CSU, I'm still sticking with Hawaii. I haven't seen enough for CSU to prove themselves yet to give them a little bit of a nod over a big-time opponent. So I'm sticking with Hawaii with this one. But we have another in-state game. We have Sacramento State versus the UNC Bears, who we saw earlier this season.
Yeah.
Hunter?
Yeah. I'm going to go with the Bears. For some reason, this team plays so much better on the road. Almost beat CSU on the road this year. Just got a big win at Idaho, who's ranked 13 in the FCS this year. So I'm going to go with the Bears in this one, a team that almost beat Colorado State. I don't see Sac State really giving them any trouble.
Yeah, personally, I'm going to have to go with Northern Colorado here. Now, that big win in the Kibbe Dome was amazing, but for me, I think that Carver Cheeks is going to be the best player on the field in this matchup, and Matthias Price is he's going to be getting big RB reps for Northern Colorado, standing at 6'2". Hard to bring a guy like that down.
I mean, I think we got a whole sweep here today. I usually would want to disagree or have a little bit debate, but no debate for tonight. I'm going with the Bears as well.
Yeah, next one we got another Mountain West game, UNLV Boise, and I cannot believe the spread on this. I can't believe UNLV is getting 11.5 points on the road at Boise. Boise, I know they played tough opponents like Notre Dame, but I'm going with UNLV on this one. They're 6-0. I know they had a close game against Air Force, but they've been the best Mountain West Conference team all year, undefeated this year. So
yeah, and for me, I'm also taking UNLV. Honestly, I just think that the offensive attack here for the Rebels is a lot more balanced. They got a three-headed dragon at running back. You got three different guys, two of them a lot of yards, two of them a lot of touchdowns. Honestly, I just think that it's going to be difficult for Boise to stop.
We really got another sweep here tonight. I'm going UNLV as well. I just think the high-power offense of UNLV will be too much for Boise State. I mean, we saw Boise State struggle against Notre Dame, but I think UNLV is not only the best offense in the Mountain West, but arguably one of the best in the nation. So I'm sticking with the Rebels with this one, but we've got one more. What do we got?
we got Air Force and Wyoming. Still can't believe, Air Force is favored in this game. They're 1-5 this year. They did just take UNLV. I think it was to overtime, or there was just a 6-point game. Yeah. But I'm going to go with Wyoming this one. I just think they're better. They're 3-3 this year. They've looked better. Air Force, shaky 1-5 this year. I just don't see how they pull it off.
Well, if we're looking at this game on paper, then Wyoming definitely gets the win. But honestly, these games are played on grass for a reason. And the best player on the field in this matchup is going to be Air Force quarterback Liam Zarka. I trust him to pull it out at the end of the day. And so I'm going Falcons all the way.
I think me and Gideon matched on all our picks today. I'm also going with Air Force. I think that they're going to keep the traction that they built against UNLV. UNLV is not a slouch. They're a very good team, one of the best in the nation, in my opinion, and also in the Mountain West. But I think they're going to continue their momentum going forward, and then they're going to pick it up and get the win against the Wyoming Cowboys this week. But, well, that's all we've got this week for you tonight, Rams. Stay safe and have a great homecoming weekend. We'll see you next week.